Ladies and gentlemen, I am Yosrael, and welcome to a distinct change of pace for this channel. As you can see, I have a World of Warcraft account. I have had one for many years, and I haven't played for the last 4 months. My guild kind of burned out on raiding. Whilst I have a name lined up for a monk that is a suitably atrocious pun, well, truth be told, I'm undecided as to whether or not I'm actually going to even bother buying Pandaria, much less carry on subscribing when my current sub runs out in January. I had a 6-month sub, I had the annual pass. It looked like a good idea back in October. That's my defence. So many bad ideas have been defended that way. It seemed like a good idea at the time. However, Blizzard, in their wisdom, or there's something, quite possibly desire to keep subscribers like me from saying, you know what, sod this, I'm not going to pay when I can go free to play in other universes, have put out some content a little on the early side. And as you probably should have guessed from the title card, there is a bit of a spoiler warning in this video. In fact, it is one colossal spoiler because we will be looking at the fall of Theramore. Yes, the new scenario, or at least one thereof, that Blizzard have made available at level 85 in this, the week running up to Pandaria's launch. Right, so, what's my perspective on this? Well, I played World of Warcraft from 2005, give or take. Wasn't what you call hardcore, but did raid Molten Core, Blackwing Lair. Let's see, what else did I hit? AQ40 right the way up to Arubaro, I think it was. We cleared the Twin Emperors, didn't get Sathun, didn't really manage anything in Nax 40, pretty much wiped out Burning Crusade the hard way, I should add, none of this level 80 nonsense. And in Cataclysm, my guild went, well, we killed just about everything except Sinestra. Ooh, what else? Sinestra, Heroic Spine, Heroic Madness, and we were just about ready to kill Heroic Blackhorn when real life intervened and wiped out 3 of our key raiders. Since the recruiting pool for decently high-end guilds was about the depth of a car park puddle, we couldn't replace these 3 guys, well, 2 guys and 1 girl to be exact, and we took a break, which may very well be coming to an end now after 4 months. Right, average wait time 7 minutes, queue time 1 minute 33. Right, so need to talk for about 5 minutes, shouldn't be a problem. So, I haven't played for 4 months. I relogged and reinstalled the client yesterday, stuck my bartender mod back on, recalibrated everything, and yeah, that timer turned out to be a total lie. So, we had the pet battle system as well, don't we? Yes, and once you've caught your rabbit, you can turn it into a brutal, vicious, bloodthirsty gladiator, if you have the battle pet training skill. Failing that, I suppose there's always lunch. Stewed rabbit, carrots, herbs. Right, where did I leave this battle pet training skill? Alter time, that sounds handy. General skills. Dooby-dooby-doo. Auto attack, that's not it by definition. What else has changed? Oh yes, of course, we haven't got the group summon anymore, have we? Warlocks will be so happy. Who uses flight points anyway? Battle pet training allows you to see your trainer. Does this just require you to have the Pandaria upgrade in? Would be nice if they'd actually come out and just said that. Still, they were nice enough to provide a what has changed tab. How are you? Nope, she definitely doesn't want to teach me. Am I missing something in the filters? No, and no. Okay, not to worry. Is there anyone else around here who can help? Doesn't look like it. Still, I'll admit being slightly happy that Blizzard made it so you couldn't put the Argent Squire into the arena. The Moral Guardians would have had a fit if you'd put an 8-year-old boy into a brutal gladiatorial combat, even in a game. Mind you, that hasn't stopped Blizzard going for Murlocs and what else? Frogs, rabbits, foxes, snakes, toads, water jet. Well, allegedly it's water. Yeah, best not to think about that too closely, particularly with something that is called a bile toad. As I said, the Argent Squire can't be made to fight. You want me to put a rabbit into an arena? Ugh. Fox pups? Honestly? Ladies and gentlemen, by Mists of Pandaria, put your pets into battle. Go straight to hell. Honestly. Just a pup, yeah, we know. That's where half the fridge horror of this comes from. Still, I suppose the Wolpertinger doesn't count on the grounds that it's fictional. Revive your pet. Yes. Maybe 11 minutes. Yes, that time was a total lie. I'm a little disturbed, however, that the estimated time has disappeared. Little Deathwing, well, oh, that's nice. They're parodying his raid abilities from the actual Spine and Madness fight, so you can indeed do a barrel roll. I note, however, that Cataclysm has a nasty tendency to miss. On the other hand, it's not like his bigger namesake ever got it off himself. And that sounded horribly wrong, didn't it? Yes. Better not think too closely about that one. Guild Page, well, he's over the age of consent. I'm sorry, we should be able to get him to fight. Can you just drag this in? Nope. Grunty the baby Murloc. Yes, folks, the Geneva Conventions have gone as well. Not only are we pressing baby Murlocs into combat, I mean, he's got to be underage, but we're giving them combat drugs into the bargain, ladies and gentlemen. If Pandaria doesn't feature a questline with the data fanatics from Lich King finding out about this underground pet battle ring and trying to get us all killed, I will be sadly disappointed. Blizzard will have seriously missed a trick. Yet more time passed. There we go. We'll come back and berate the slovenly, lazy labourers later, for Theramore's fall awaits. Nice artwork, though. Say what you like about Blizzard, their artists are generally good. Right, cutscene. Ah, Theramore. The happy, happy days of level 35, knee-deep in mud in Dustwallow Marsh. How many times did you wish, ladies and gentlemen, that somebody would just drop a 20 megaton airburst on the place? Well, be careful what you wish for. Wait a minute, isn't that a Blood Elf mana bomb? I think we're about to find out. Let's see, the last time somebody used one of these, it basically flattened a town. And I'm never going to be rude about arcane mages again. Ever. Okay, so where are we? On board a ship. Yes, I commend your powers of observation, Sergeant Grud. It is indeed an Alliance ship. Merely a transport. Someone's new to this game. It's never merely a transport. It's never merely an abandoned escape pod. He's got the right idea, though. Shame it's far, far too late. Right, now. Okay, Scorch, Living Bomb. How do you play Fire Mage again? Oh, right, so you've now got a guaranteed crit on the Fire Blast substitute, so you can get Pyro off reasonably consistently. Oh god, how do you tell it? Oh yes, tab, and the mouse. And he's spawning as, not that it will help him. You can just die yourself. Oh right, he's called in another name as well. Because that must have been a pre-programmed wave. Straight Shaman Mob, nothing special there. Burn! Burn, you filthy horde scum! Yes, where did I leave the button for Pyroblast? Oh, gosh, did I mess up my key bindings? Yes, I think I did. Right. Well, not that it really matters. Up we go. So, 3 horde ships and 20 hordes. This isn't going to be difficult. Yes, fire, fire, fire. There is no problem you cannot solve with fire. Spent 2 patches as Arcane while I was raiding in Cataclysm. God, that was boring. Had to be done though, because Arcane's damage was just so far and away superior at the time. Hopefully they've got the class balance right going into this. They did a lot to fix it in 4.3, but it's been 4 months now. How can we play this? Okay. Living Bomb, Flame Strike there. Yep, there we go. That's got Pyro lined up. Mouse clicking this for a bit. I really need to get that sorted out. And Scorchy, 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 of course. Now, they've probably nerfed that, haven't they? So that Fireball is just flat superior for sustained casting. Wait a second. Fell casters. Oh, that is interesting. The Horde have historically never had much to do with Warlocks. Not since, well, Warcraft 2. The good old days of Gul'dan, where you genuinely knew you had a demonic horde. Now get out of my face! Honestly, okay, so you can stack multiple hot streaks. That is handy. Inferno Blast Abuse comes to mind. Living Bomb doesn't seem to be spreading though. Have they nerfed that? Does Living Bomb not get spread by the blast spell anymore? Am I going to have to go back to manually doing 3 Living Bombs on 3 separate targets? That would be a pain. That was so nice. Such a good way to spread all those lovely dots. Right, have a quick case of the Munchies. Where was I? Oh yes, Horde, Warlocks and the Burning Legion. Now, I haven't played this game for 4 months, but I've kept half an eye on the news sites, MMO Champion, guys like that, and I caught the news reports that 5.3 was going to be the Siege of Orgrimmar, and that Hellscream was going to basically go off the deep end. Now, this makes me wonder, because if the Horde are using Warlocks again, well, what's the one thing Garrosh Hellscream could do that would make the rest of the Horde and the Alliance and everyone else turn around and say, you know what, Garrosh, you gotta go. Permanently. Well, the answer is, do what Daddy did. Sign the Horde over to the Burning Legion in return for unlimited power. And generally go the whole burning-eyed, green-fire, demonic summoning, eater of babies route. His toothpaste could not save him. And I think we need to set his ship on fire as well, and his toothpaste won't save him from that either. Right, once we finish burning his crew to the ground, of course. Goblins. And, yeah. Turns out Goblin ships are just as flammable as everything else. We probably ought to get out of the way, though. It's a matter of time before that explodes if it was built by Goblins, after all. And, oh wow, it really junked Theramore, didn't it? Yes, Jaina is not going to be happy. Her My Little Pony super secret princess fortress has gone the way of the dodo. Mages everywhere wept. We had so much fun sending irritating customers and raid members to Theramore instead of Stormwind. Ugh. I mean, it's not even like the portal didn't say, hey guys, this isn't going to Stormwind, it's going to entirely the wrong continent. People still clicked them. Go back to the good old days of Ultima Online, where you could send a gate to just about anywhere. And basically, there was no way to tell. Hack off a mage in that game and you could find yourself face to face with a very angry dragon. Or 3, depending on how unlucky you were. Where was I? Oh yes, Garrosh 5.3 and Summoning of Demons. So yeah, that kind of blows the plot, doesn't it? I mean, if Garrosh is tied up with the Legion, if he's using Warlocks, then, well, there's really only one way this can go. So 5.0 is going to be Pandaria, 5.1 is going to be the War, 5.2 is going to be the War going sour for the Horde, and Garrosh getting increasingly desperate, making his deal with the devil, and 5.3 is going to be it all coming out and then crashing down. I'll lay a bet here and now, ladies and gentlemen, 6.0, whatever that is, turns out to be us going off to Argus and taking the fight to the Burning Legion. They're basically the one major enemy group now that we haven't seriously dealt with in a few expansions. Let's face it, they were semi-major players in Burning Crusade, if you didn't count, oh, good old Kells. Blood Elves. However, we haven't seen them since, really. I mean, they had a bit part in Wrath as puppeteers for the Scarlet Crusade, but even that was minor. Let me see. Second Horde ship. Hum. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see if the devs actually go the whole hog, junk Orgrimmar completely, and move the Horde capital to, say, Thunder Bluff. If we have a non-orc war chief, if it's not Cairn anymore, it's Bane Blood, who now winds up taking over as war chief, and we have somebody who isn't a bloodthirsty psycho in charge of one of the sides. Mind you, that does then lead to Jaina needing a new boyfriend, because of course Thrall's hitched now, isn't he? And then there was Kell, and then there was Arthas. Well, Jaina always had debatable taste in boyfriends. I suppose she's gone for orc. I mean, perhaps a little beefsteak wouldn't? Maybe a little beefsteak would go for her, who knows? Speaking of beefsteak, who wants it flame grilled? Yes, I am not standing near a melee mob with an axe bigger than I am, particularly not when he's popping special abilities. Right, that's that gone. I have no idea what it did, and I have no intention of finding out. Thank God you can still cast Scorch on the move. Right, he's gone. Where are his crew? Lower Singer. Who wants to bet that's the healer? Yep, it's the healer. Die. They don't have the Geneva Conventions in Azeroth, perhaps fortunately. There we go. And yeah, Living Bomb isn't spreading. That is most aggravating. I'm going to have to start blowing separate casts, aren't I? Well, technically that's a DPS loss, but I suppose it was too easy to just go Scorch, Living Bomb, Inferno Blast, Pyro, haha, burn, you little sods. Right. Mind you, I don't know if they've tweaked the spell coefficients, but I don't remember Pyroblast hitting that hard. Then again, maybe they haven't. Maybe it's just my memory playing tricks. It has been 4 months. Still, it's like riding a bicycle. You never admit to forgetting, you just fall off lots and lots of times, and eventually your shattered ego either prompts you to remember how to play, or you just put the bicycle in the shed and never discuss it again with anybody. Did this guy drop anything interesting? Nope, spare change. Which I'm then having to share out among the party. Still, that goes for everyone else, so it evens out. Right. Have to wonder about those goblins. I mean, they could have parked those airships anywhere, but instead they very neatly parked them alongside the docks. And that airship's on fire. What is the gas bag filled with? Because knowing goblins, I'm willing to bet it isn't helium. Is this a safe place to be? Probably not, but hopefully it won't occur to the devs to actually blow the gas bag up. On the other hand, you have to admire the goblins. If there's one thing they do neatly, it is parking. Right, skirmisher, grunt, skirmisher. Who cares about crowd control? Oh God, that was a mistake. Really a mistake. Okay, this could get interesting. Let's see how forgiving baseline PvE is in this game, because this ought to be a certain death scenario. The other mages popped Ring of Frost for all the good it did. There's so much damage on time effects flying around because I've set fire to everything. Let's face it, yeah. Crowd control and Burny don't really mix if you're a mage. This is one of the downsides. I don't have Evercake Glyph. Terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were not butt clenching before, I suggest you begin now. Right, so he's exploded, he's on fire, we've somehow gotten away with this, and the healer hasn't said anything, but I imagine he, or indeed she, hates my guts. Yes, gender is ambiguous in Warcraft. This is the internet. Gender is always ambiguous on the internet. Most of the time. And before you ask, the reason I am playing a female Draenei is because male Draenei's were sufficiently bulky that it got in the way of seeing things like the ground being on fire on raids. Yeah, bit of a problem. I needed every bit of help I could get. I also probably needed an eye test at several points, but I never actually got round to one. Probably needed thinking tests as well. Right, how are we doing? 2 ships down, 2 captains down, and we've killed a hell of a lot more than 20 Hordes. But let's face it, I'm not going to think it too many. Right, give him a ping to bring him back, and let's just pile on in. Warlock. There's no healer in that pack, so the Warlock can go first instead. Alright, Scorch to open, Living Bomb to trigger, Inferno Blast to spread. Nope, don't get the bomb effect spreading it. They've definitely nerfed that. And off we go. And I appear to be on fire. Not that it's stopping him, because of course now all mages have ice barrier. Deflector shields, they are so handy. Right, and that's that. Short and sweet. Blizzard aren't making this particularly hard. Supposedly this ties into the novel they're bringing out. I haven't bothered to buy that, and honestly I probably won't. So, is that a backfire on Blizzard's marketing strategy? I'm not sure, because it would perhaps have been nice to say, yes, the Horde have turned out to wipe out Theramore, as opposed to merely, hey, it was one day Garrosh got bored and decided to wipe out Theramore. Is there a bigger reason for it? Because let's face it, he deployed the magical equivalent of a nuke. So, was this the only way they could do it? Had he decided to do it the slow way and it hadn't worked? Or did they just get up one morning and decide, sod it, I want Theramore gone by the time the sun goes down? And of course the goblins, ever eager to curry favour, said, yeah boss, we can do that, no problem. You don't leave the town intact, do you? No, don't care. Fine, okay, we can definitely do that. We just need to borrow this unspeakably powerful mystical artifact that we confiscated off the Blood Elves 2 expansions back. Don't ask what we're going to do with it. Okay, right, there we go. Doobie-doobie-doo. Clear the last of these guys off the ship. Standard fire mage opener. Or at least it would be if I remembered my casting routines. Attack me, would you? Damn it. Didn't get to use the pyroblast. Oh well. I'm sure we can set something on fire. Alright then. Next stage into what's left of Theramore. Funny, when they used one of these mana bombs last time, it was only a depopulation bomb. It left the village intact, as I remember. Weird green mist and some really angry moths too, but the actual buildings themselves didn't take any damage. On the other hand, it's goblins we're talking about. Let's face it, if there's anybody who knows how to make a really, really big and destructive boom, it's goblins. Okay, so a couple of packs of trash. Looks like the boss is on a wyvern and comes with a couple of wyvern pets. Doobie-doobie-doo shouldn't be a problem. Is there anything else that's going to be a nasty surprise? I don't see anything. Where's that druid got to? Stop communing with nature and... Okay, we have an orc patrol. Right, let's get rid of these guys first, because otherwise they're going to just crash the party. No, there are no pandas here, not just yet. Yes, I had my reasons. I mean, obviously there was straight genocide and kill every orc in the place, but there was a sound tactical reason beyond that. Cone of Cold as well. This is interesting, because it used to be the case prior to this, of course, that you were fire, you were frost, and you were arcane, and you didn't have much room to manoeuvre outside of that. Now, of course, you can mix and match far, far more. It sounds to me as though Blizzard are trying to mix up the good point of the pre-Cataclysm talents, whereby you could mix and match. You could have such happy, happy days as 21 in Retrieve and 20, I think it was, in Holy, for a kind of mixed up... Did I really get 89 gold? No, I didn't. I rolled 89 on greed, that's what that means. Smidge confusing. but you could mix and match to your heart's content. And even if optimal was going deep into one tree and then picking a few baseline talents from the others to fill out the gaps, then for certain situations you could say, okay, well, I need to have this ability and this ability, let's come up with a really weird talent build. There was one fighting Burning Crusade, Felmis, where I was playing a paladin at the time, was tanking the skellies, and I was using a really, really odd mix. It was about half holy, half prot, because in between tanking the skellies, I was just healing. And as it happens, healing aggro was also a good way to get those skellies' attention. You then needed the prot talents to survive it, while you danced and avoided the burning flames of instant death. Burning Crusade was much, much nastier for raiders, by the way. There were a lot of instant death abilities back then, and that one was notorious. Right, so avoid or destroy the storm tokens. And it didn't mollycoddle you like this either. You either got an add-on yourself and did your own research, or you died painfully until you learned the lesson. Right, there's a storm totem. Let us get rid of it quickly. Pop. There we go. Right, Grashnell, start using standard fire protocols. Pyroblast. Fireball, fireball, fireball. That's another storm totem. You know what? I just can't be bothered. Looks like it's immune to AoE though, so that's an interesting pointer. And we've got Grashnell's attention. Time to start kiting with Ice Barrier. Scorchy, Scorchy, Scorchy. Of course, you also crit fishing at this point, so Pyroblast to finish the job. And there we go. The Lady Proudmoore, as opposed to the other Lady Proudmoores, and indeed Admiral Proudmoore, whom she got killed to protect her My Little Pony super secret fortress Mage Tower set. And look at how that ended. Right, where is she? Ha! There we go. Druid showing off again.
Aberration destroyed everything. Everyone.
You don't appear to be destroyed.
The Horde cannot be allowed to recover the focusing iris. Eliminate what remains of their forces, and I will secure the artifact.
Oh, right. So we'll just go off and deal with the Horde army while you stand there round your little frozen trophies and, I don't know, play with your newest toy. Yes, it's interesting to see that Jaina has gone from, oh yes, we can have peace with the orcs, Thrall is such and such a good guy, he's so very, very nice and such a great kisser too, to they're all going to die. Well, at least she finally came around to Varian's way of thinking. That's going to be interesting. Oh. Miss, I am attracted to powerful things. Proudmoore. She hasn't got a boyfriend at the moment, has she? Let's see. There was Kel. Then there was Arthur's, and we all know how that turned out. Then there was Thrall, but he's, like I said, he got hitched in the last patch, didn't he? Actually, no, it was 4.2, I think it was. He actually got married, so he's off the board as well. Oh, no. She's going to go for Oh, wow. Varian's a widower. If she winds up chasing Anduin, well, for one thing, he's about 20 years plus too young for her. And for another thing, every single boyfriend she has is dead or evil or a mix of the two. I realise Thrall may be an exception, but Thrall had the good sense to break it off before it got serious. Anduin, quick, run, get to Pandaria, don't look back, don't come back, not until she's dead. We'll just point her at Orgrimmar and let you know when it's safe. Okay, right, so we are out of Hordes once again. We'll ignore that pack because they're not causing any problems. Really tempting to go for no survivors, but at this point it's just pack after pack, which I realise is a pitfall of any MMO, but at that point at least you could bypass the stuff that went particularly tiresome. And how did the Horde get its hands on the focusing iris anyway? The last I saw of it, we left it in the middle of the blue Dragonflight Sanctum. Ugh. Horde. Sneak thieves, the lot of them, when they're not barbarian, bloodthirsty savages, or just blowing things up for giggles. Right, now, how are we going to do this? He's on a patrol track. Let me see. Right, so let's just get rid of this group first. Hope they aren't social, and that we can get out of the way. And if we can clear out some of the other packs round it... Yes, that looks like a sensible idea to me. Don't want to fight it here because of that patrol. Are they actually going to aggro up on us? No, they're not. Good lads. Walk around, turn the other way. Sorry, turn the other way and walk around. This doesn't concern you. We're just going to demolish your siege. How did they get it in there with the gates intact? Why did they even bring it if the gate was intact? I don't know if they buff its hit points, but to be perfectly frank, I don't care. Let's just kill them all anyway. They're orcs. Besides, we need a clear space to fight this thing. We're going to end up kiting it. 2 mages and a druid. We haven't got a tank. Quite. They're all orcs. There's only one solution to an orc. The only good orc's a dead orc. The only thing better than a dead orc's a dying orc that tells you where to find his mates. Alright. So, Bernie, yeah, Living Bomb definitely isn't spreading. Ugh, that's an ability I want back.
Target something first.
Okay, I think we have enough space to do this. I suppose we could get rid of the peons as well. But let's grab this flag first. Oh, there's a buff. How nice. What does it do? 15% damage. Aha! Right, Bernie, don't stand near the gun sites. That's a little too close. Nice of them to warn us. Time was they used to just go and sort of, hey, there's a red circle on the ground. Don't be there. Pyro. Living Bomb. I have got to remember to keep an eye on the timer for that thing. There we go. I think I may have put that too early. Ah, that's the other add-on I miss, isn't it? Combustion Helper. So handy for optimising Living Bomb. Just having that little tick box actually on your HUD instead of up there in the corner in the debuff along with all the other red icons. And he's aggroed me. What a surprise. Doesn't matter. And now the peons get involved. Hey, good game, guys. Good game. And we've got some trash in as well. Oh, well, who cares? Kills them all. The more the merrier. Let's face it. If you can set multiple orcs on fire, that's what fire mages were made for. We're always at our happiest when we've got at least 3 targets burning. Crowd control? Nope, that's for wimps. Right. Kindly burn. Thank you. There we go. Pyroblast to finish. 100,000. Yeah, I love a good pyro crit. Right, how are they doing? Oh, right, he's merrily soloing that pack over there. Yeah, Blizzard didn't make this too difficult, did they? Let's just give him a hand.
I need to target something.
Right, freeze them up. Don't know what I was thinking there, but don't even know if I was thinking there. Because, let's face it, that really wasn't necessary and it didn't serve much purpose since I was going to set them on fire anyway. Still, some things you really are better off cooking from frozen. Right, now back to Jaina. Has she actually done anything useful? Who knows? This is Jaina Bramwell, so no, probably not. The only thing she's good for is running away and seducing powerful men. So if we ever need Garrosh distracted, that will do the trick.
And bring me that bomb!
Your people are despicable cowards, Orc. You're nothing more than rabid dogs, and you will be put down!
Brave words, mage. I'll spit in your face when you beg for mercy.
Spit on mercy? Then you will have none. You want carnage? Garrosh will get more blood than he ever bargained for.
Well, that's a bug in the scripting. Yes, standard scripting lines. Jaina really gets mad when you break her toys, doesn't she? I mean, what was it, 1 expansion ago? She was still trying to... let me see. No, it was Wrath that she was trying to stop Varian from getting the war going again. Turns out you break her little doll set, and this happens. although you'd think she'd actually give us a hand. Look, the combination lock can wait, dearie. We're neck deep in orcs at the moment, you may have noticed. Oh, right, so he's got a multiple phase thing. Well, I don't care if you've drawn your sword and shield, because let's face it, I don't tend to stay in reach, and a shield's no good against a large fireball. Oh wow, multiple pyro chains. I'm gonna miss having this higher crit score. Right, there we go. Ooh, feat of strength for doing it at 85 as well.
Thanks. With the focusing iris removed, this lifeless bomb is merely a sickening testament to Garrosh's brutality. The winds of change blow fiercely. Azeroth is on the brink of war. My apologies, but you must excuse me. I have much to consider. Farewell.
Like the fact that you've been taking the wrong attitude to the orcs ever since you got Daddy killed? Yes. If you'd sided with Daddy and gotten Thrall and the other orcs killed way back in Warcraft 3, we wouldn't have this problem now. Of course, we'd probably have been screwed multiple times down the course of the last 5 years from various other threats, so hey, let's not consider that argument. Right, Alliance Firework. Is this going to work? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, there we go. And completely stuffed by the camera angle. Right, well, I'm not sure if that was a decent angle or not, but let's see if we can get a better setup for that. So, that's the fall of Theramore. Am I going to buy Pandaria based on that? Well, the answer is probably yes. Blizzard, for all their faults, for all the bad decisions they have sometimes made, put together a solid game. WoW has had, 6, 7 years now to get its mechanics tight and everything sorted out. And no, wrong camera angle. Okay, that's actually the Alliance symbol. I'll give them that. They could probably turn down the blue and gold sparklies at the same time, but not to worry, that's a minor detail. Although they do need to motivate the Stoneworkers Union. 2 years, they still haven't fixed the walls. Ugh. If the Horde lay siege to this place, we're stuffed. You'll soon learn what motivation means when there's an orc cleaver up your backside. And Jaina sent us a happy token as well, a tabard. Remember Theramore, ladies and gentlemen, the new Alliance battle cry. So, am I going to buy Pandaria? Yes, I think so. Am I going to inflict more videos of Pandaria on you? Well, yes, probably, because, hey, why not? I've got a monk to level, and I've got a mage and a paladin to take from 85 to 90. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Yuzral, and I will see you when next I see you. Remember Theramore, death to the Horde.